Well, very good evening and good morning to you all around the screen. Today is the day two for our holistic wellness coaching program, and the aim of next 2 hours is to look at our mutual expectations, go through a glimpse of what is in store for us on self-care and science of nature. How can nature help us enhance our practice, and of course on the technology and entrepreneurship, that what kind of support we can get on the basis of technology and entrepreneurship. Well, with this, I thought it's also important to give you a very brief introduction about our distinguished faculty. Most of you have heard Dr. Chadha, who's the chairperson for the academy, and he's a very distinguished psychologist. And he would be joining us again towards the concluding part of the program and take a session as well in between. We have with us, let me start with Nupur Gosai. Nupur is a very senior psychologist. She teaches in the most premium institute of the country called Delhi University. And she has a decade behind her and a doctorate in psychology. She's going to talk to us in detail 4-hour sessions, which would include the Psychosoma Mind-Body Connect. So she will be talking to us, the wellness and its domains, and take us through with that model in our program. After that, we would have Raman. Raman is the chairman for the Lifeline Wellness Institute of US. He's a certified lifestyle medication and microscopic as well as a plant-based nutritionist. He would be dwelling more on the science of nature and, more importantly, the art of nature. Along with him, I would be talking to you on various assessments which can be used by you in your coaching practice, and that too on a platform which is digitally enabled. We'll also talk to you about the entrepreneurship skills, in terms of expanding your coaching, and also we'll be talking about community. How can we expand into community in order to give them more and more benefit, which can come with integration of nature in your standard practices, what you're already following. We would then have Dr. Promila Batra. Dr. Batra again is a very senior psychologist. She has been the head of psychology over a long period of time. She's going to talk to us on various aspects of coaching skills, behavioral side of it. Along with her, we would also have 2 more guest faculty who would be coming in, and we'll be talking about the behavioral change, what we were talking about yesterday when Dr. Chadha was here, and how to make it more sustainable. Then we have Dr. Wahida Khan, who would be taking us through again on the ethical part of counseling and coaching with us. Now, with this little introduction, and of course you will see them all, in the coming sessions, but they're all very experienced psychologists, coaches, naturalists, in terms of not only the theoretical aspect, but also they have been practicing for a long period of time. I hope the interaction with them would be very beneficial for the people. Let me get back to our theme, happier mind and healthier you. We all understand that the intertwining of CNS, the central nervous system, with the endocrine system, where we are talking of HPA, where the hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal cortex, which plays magic with us, if they are in our favor. And mind-body connect is so well established, and it is a done thing. We know exactly what happens in this connect. We understand what is the vagus nerve. So we'll be talking a lot on these aspects as well, in terms of having a better understanding and then finding solution to that. But before we go further, I would request one of us out here in this platform, Gargi. If Gargi, you can take us through with your grounding technique, what you have, and why not we start with a dose of de-stressing music and an exercise, what she will take us through it.
Thanks very much, Rakesh. Good evening and good morning, everyone on the eastern side of the globe and the other side of the globe. My name is Gargi, and I'm working with Wellness Mandala, and I'm happy to be here today with you. We're going to do a little creative visualization technique. I will be playing some music, and I want you to focus on what I'm going to be saying to you. I just want you to close your eyes, sit back and relax. And I would very much appreciate if everyone turned on their videos, because this is going to be an interactive session today. It helps me to ground you, to stay with you, to guide you. If I can see you, if I can see your expressions, because I've kept my camera on so that everyone can see me. And when I play the music and when I speak, I just want everyone to tell me if I'm audible clearly. So can I start the music now?
Sure.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Janet. Can you hear my music?
Yes.
And can you hear me speaking? Am I too loud?
Yes.
Am I very loud?
You're good.
And the music?
It's audible.
Should I soften it?
No, it sounds good.
Maybe.
Okay, great. So everybody just sit back and relax. Take your specs off. Close your eyes.
Gargi, your voice is a little muffled.
Now?
Still muffled.
Now?
Maybe you should reduce the music a little bit more so
Okay.
we can hear you more clearly.
Am I good now? Better?
Better. Thanks.
Okay, right. So let's start. We start by just closing our eyes. Sit back on your seats. Have your feet firmly grounded on the floor. Put your palms on your thighs, facing upwards towards the sky. Just relax. Take a few minutes to breathe in and breathe out easy. Right. I want you to focus on some words that I say to you. Breathe easy. Just relax. Trust the process. Feel peaceful. Slow down. Now inhale. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Hold that. And exhale. Do that one more time with me, please. Inhale. white, pure, at peace. We're by the beach. We're all flocked together. We're standing together. We're feeling peaceful. Each one of us gently stretches our wings wide. We're ready to take flight. We slowly begin to move our wings. We're all together. We're feeling safe. We're all looking beautiful. We slowly soar up together. We start flying towards the clear blue sky. We're heading towards the soft, fluffy clouds. Our bodies and wings move in unison. We're feeling really nice and light. We look ahead. The breeze is warm. The ocean feels nice. Soft smells. The salty, warm breeze touches our wings. We're flapping our wings together. We're heading out together. We're heading towards the mountains. Slowly we leave the ocean. We're engulfed in the clouds. The breeze is a little crisp. We're feeling good. We're feeling nice and light. Stay in the moment. Flap your wings. Smell the crisp air by the mountains. We're all together. Inhale. Breathe easy. Exhale. We stretch our wings out. We're feeling relaxed. We're flying together. We're a team. We're together. We feel safe. We're feeling protected. And we're relaxed. We're really light. Our bodies feel very light. We're in peace within ourselves. The warmth of the sun is shining on us, making us feel relaxed. The sun doesn't hurt our eyes. We look around, we see each other, we're familiar with each other, we know each other, we're together, we're a team. Slowly, we begin to come down. We're still flapping our wings. We turn around. We head back to the ocean. We leave the crisp air behind us, feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, revived. Slowly we glide across the ocean. We're coming closer to the beach. We're moving together. We're all one. We're at peace. Stay in the moment. Flap your wings together. Feel good, nice and light. Just breathe easy. We're heading towards the beach. We slowly get our feet back on the sand. We huddle together. We're together. We're peaceful. We feel good. We feel confident. We're looking beautiful. Feeling awesome. We feel special. We feel grateful. We're at one with ourselves. We're at one with nature. We stretch our wings. We fold them back close to our bodies. Just stay that way. Inhale, hold your breath, exhale. Slowly open your eyes. I hope everyone's feeling relaxed. Like I said, we're all in this together. We're all learning together. We're all growing together. So best of luck for the session, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Gargi. It was truly good. Would anyone like to say a few words about the experience?
I would like to say that it was very peaceful and just kind of brought me back and grounded me. So thank you for that.
Yes,
Thank
it
you
was
for
really
appreciating.
peaceful and calming.
Great. So let's move on. And we will have a short introduction about ourselves. What I'll do is that I'll stop sharing, but we'll answer these 3 questions about us. I'm best at, and my best mode of learning would be very interesting to know that what are the preferred modes of learning, and can we align to that mode as well while delivering this program. So would anyone like to volunteer, or should I start with that to break the ice? Okay, so I'm on the spot. Let me start. So I'm so healthy, happy, joyful, and spreading the same to millions and billions of people. That's my dream. And I see myself, inching towards that every single day. So I'm Rakesh, as you know. I'm father of 2. I'm grandfather of 4. And my grandkids are tattooed on my arm here. They're Naishasa. So it's like Naira, Shivan, Avya, and Savi. So Naira and Avya, they live in California. And Shivana and Savi lives in India. So I'm a very happy man as such. And I've led multi-billion-dollar companies, and I've settled down out here. And this is my 2nd act, and I'm 100% devoted to that. I'm good at dreaming big, putting a strategy behind that, putting some concrete actions, and then start believing in it. That's what, is my mission for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, that I'm there. I'm totally driven by that mission to touch the lives of millions and billions of people in the area of wellness, where one can integrate nature into our happiness and joy. My best mode of learning, what should I say? So I like reading, but more than reading, I like listening. So I'm a fan of many guys who are on the podcast. So I do walk and listen. I would be listening a couple of hours a day. And then, the most important time what I spend is maybe I take out 10, 15, 20 minutes on reflecting what I've listened, or read. So that's my preferred mode of learning. That's it. Thank you. And so grateful to be here with all of you out here. And I think this would be a great journey of learning with each other. And 4 months are going to pass like this, but we'll be wiser and clever people post that. And most importantly, through this, we'll not be just keeping it to ourselves, but we are going to pass it on to hundreds and thousands of people, beyond us. Who next?
I can go next, if that's okay.
Sure.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Shivi Sabharwal, and I'm a part of Wellness Mandala. In fact, one of the co-founders of Wellum. Extremely passionate about the cause of well-being. I am a mother of two boys, Shivan and Savir. My older one is 7, my younger one is 6. I'm sorry for the noise. Currently, I'm traveling, but I'll be back in India tomorrow, and will be more active with my video on and more participation. But I'm really happy to be here. This is something completely new for me. I come from the marketing background, but I really want to understand how the entire psychology it works, the mind and body play. So I think the first question was what I'm good at, right?
Yes.
What I'm good at, I think I'm good at multitasking. I find that a strength in me. I'm also good at building relationships. I think those two I would count as my biggest strength. My mode of learning, I think I learn a lot by observing, by looking at people, of what they're doing. I love to interact with people. I love to talk to them. I love to know what they're doing in life and how they've reached where they've reached. And of course, I also have inculcated the habit of listening something positive, listening something good every day. So that's what gives me a kick in the morning. I am into physical fitness. I love doing yoga. Some sort of fitness activity every day. That's what keeps me positive, sets the right tone of the day for me. And I'm just happy and excited to be here amongst all of you. Yes, that's from me.
Thank you. Great.
My name is Margarita Allen. I live in Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, and I'm a newly retired nurse. I past foster parent, artist, love to sew. I'm best at listening, manual arts, and pacifist. Like to harmonize with people, connectedness. And my best learning mode is actually multiple. I don't learn just by one way. I like to listen and read and write, but mostly hands-on.
Great. Great to have you with us, Margarita.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who next?
Okay, I'd like to go next. Hi, everybody. First of all, good evening and good morning to a few of you who are sitting on the other side of the world. So my name is Chandni. Just to give a brief introduction about me, I'm also from the marketing background, so I work as a brand manager. Until last month, though, I'm not working right now, currently at present. But so more than saying what I'm good at, I'd rather put it this way that I enjoy connecting with people. I enjoy healthy conversations, and I can, and especially when it comes to spiritual conversations, to be specific. So that kind of gives me a very maybe you can call it a high, because that kind of triggers a lot of thinking in me, and I like what I start thinking, or I like when I'm being stimulated to think or reflect upon things. So apart from that, what is my best mode of learning? I'm very good with listening, and visual representations have a lot of impact on my view of learning, and how I retain things in mind. So I'd say it's more to do with videos and I mean both audio and video mode of learning. So that's to say about myself.
Great to know you, Charlie. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aris. Thank you.
I could go next. Hey, everybody, my name is Janet, and I am part of the Lifeline Wellness Institute group in the US. My background is mostly, I just finished my MBA and recently last month, and it's a combined program with nutrition. So I'm just studying to become a registered dietitian, but I would consider myself a lifelong learner. And so I just love to learn about different perspectives and different ways of thinking. I love to connect with people and just build relationships. And I would consider myself a visual learner. So I love to see things, pictures, and also write things to memorize and learn. But nice meeting all of you.
Great. So Janet, you said that you are with Lifeline Wellness, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Super. So you live in Knoxville or somewhere
No, I
else?
live in Chicago.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see Dr. Chadda as well over here. Welcome. Yes, who next?
I could go next if that's okay.
Okay, sure.
So I'm Gargi, and currently I'm in the city of Joy, Kolkata. You can Google that and check. I have two boys, 26 and 19, and they're both in Seattle. I'm a single mom, a single parent. I've always been in the wellness space, I think forever, as far as I can remember. I love yoga, I love meditation. I'm also a Reiki master. Other than being, my forte has been hospitality and operations. But this is a new role. I'm here with Wellness Mandala, and I think it's exciting to meet various people with similar interests and similar background. I love learning by doing. I am also a hands-on person. I'm very artistic and creative. I like thinking out of the box. And I'm happy to be here with all of you. And I think there's a lot of learning that we're going to be doing together. So thank you. And I love making emotional connects. I have to have that rapport to do my work and to get work done. So best of luck, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Gargi, and special thanks for the grounding exercise what you made us do.
Welcome always.
Who would like to go next?
I can go next. Hi everyone, I'm Nishita. I trained as a psychologist. I got a master's in psychology a few years ago. For the last couple of years, I've been on an unplanned quest to explore the different applications of the discipline in in a non-counseling setup. I'm here today because something called me back I felt compelled to come back to a more traditional setup of psychology. I'm best at being curious and letting my varied interests sway me. And I think the best way I learn is a mixture of listening and having conversations about, applications of what we're learning.
Great to see you here, Nishita.
Thanks, Aras.
I'll go next.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Hi, my name is Charvi. I come from a background of psychology with a bachelor's and master's in industrial side of things. I am currently working in the HR stream as an executive recruiter. I believe I am best at creative, things like dancing and expressing myself through painting and I think arts in general. I think the best mode of learning for me would be visual cues. So whether it's observing or being present on ground, getting involved in the entire aspect of that.
Very good. Good to have you with us, Chavi. In fact, this session is so important and interesting. At least, we know a little bit about each one of us. And I'm sure this will strengthen as you go by in coming weeks. Yes. Who else?
So I can go next.
Please.
Okay.
You go.
Okay, thanks. So I am Leher, and I am a counseling psychologist and also a music buff, if I can call myself that. And also I am best at I feel listening. I feel like I am good at that and sort of analyzing things. And when it comes to my best mode of learning, it's definitely experiential and visual. And yeah, looking forward to a multitude of learning from this course. Yes.
Wonderful. And thanks, Leher, for putting this all together. So if you need anything, from the program, she's the person to go.
Okay, I can go if you. I'm Dr. Yaricel Rodriguez. I'm a psychologist and a wellness coach. I have been doing my work for 24 years now, and I really love it. So if I'm born again, I will be a psychologist. I'm from Puerto Rico. So I belong to the Lifeline program. So my best way of learning is I like to read, and I'm very visual and kinesthetic. So I'm hands-on learning. So I'm very practical. I like that I like to put complex context in a very simple way. So whoever wants can understand it very, very quickly. So I'm good at putting difficult things in a very, very healthy the word that I'm searching is like very practical ways of learning. So that's my thing. So I don't know. I think I said everything, right?
Yes, Yaricel, and thanks for joining from all the way beautiful place of Puerto Rico.
Thank you.
I see Dr. Pramila Batra also here and Professor Harpreet. Would you like to say something? Sorry, you are muted. You are on mute.
Sorry.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Yes. Hi, I'm Pramila Batra, and I've retired as a professor of psychology after working for 39 years in the field. I have 22 years of experience in counseling. Right now, I'm a consulting psychologist. I like to use CBT but I do use EFT also, and variety of counseling I'm doing. So I have to be pragmatic in my approaches to the counseling, definitely. As far as my learning style is concerned, I'm a very different kind of mix and match type of a person. Experiential learning, of course, but I do experiment also when I'm doing the counseling, because without that, it is not possible to cater to the individual differences. And sometimes I'm a feeling type, sometimes I'm a thinking type of a learner. It depends when, I mean, what kind of people I am talking with, particularly in my sessions or in my interactions when I am on any kind of the social spree. So that's all. And I'm sure I'm going to meet you time and again. I'm going to take some of the topics on coaching. I'm going to interact with you people. Thank you very much. And I wish you all the very best to all of our participants. And of course, to you and Dr. Chadda also, Dr. Sareen.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I go next, if okay.
Sure, please.
Okay, my name is Chanelin Pagan. Nice to meet you all. I live, as Yaricel, Dr. Yaricel Rodriguez in Puerto Rico too. I am very optimistic person, and I am best at, I think, at listening and try to create a positive atmosphere everywhere I go. And I think my best mode of learning is reading, and as the other that already said, visual aids, I think is helped me very much to learn quickly.
Great. And which place are you calling from?
I'm sorry?
Which place are you right now?
I'm in Dorado, Puerto Rico.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Very good. Professor Bhatia, would you like to say something? You're muted. You're on mute.
Unmute. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that okay now? Can you hear me?
Right.
All right. So I'm moving actually right now. That's why I was wondering whether I should switch it on or not, because the connectivity may be an issue. So I'd just like to introduce myself quickly. So I'm Dr. Harpreet Bhatia. I've been teaching psychology for a few years now. And before that, I was working as a psychologist, counselor, and a psychologist in different clinics, hospitals, and conducted various kind of research projects as well. And I'm going to be taking some of your sessions, so I will be meeting you at other times as well. So I am primarily, I'm an experiential learner is what I would like to say. But the other option for me is visual learning. Auditory learning definitely doesn't work for me. So that's what I would like to say about myself.
Great. Thank you so much. I see Sarmeet next to you. Would you like to say something?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Good day to everyone, actually, joining from everywhere. My name is Sarmeet. I'm a master's in clinical psychology. Have been practicing for over 2 decades now. Multiple things I've done actually in the space of counseling. And I currently work with Genpact, and I work for their wellness agenda. But otherwise, I have been mentoring people for, how to take a session. I have counseled a lot of times before this. Primarily, my area has been parenting and adolescence, but I take up relationship counseling as well. I'm a single mom of 2 kids. I like Gargi and like Harpreet ma'am, I'm an experiential learner. I've I'm really looking forward to this interaction with everyone, and hope all the best to everybody.
Super, super. Thank you so much. And we see Ayush, Sakshi, and Shivani side by side.
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. My name is Shivani, and I'm from New Delhi. And this is my first class, and I'm psychology student pursuing my bachelor's from SGT University. And my interest for well-being actually developed from the subject, that is peace psychology, that I had studied last semester. And also, I'm good at helping others, connecting with others, and my preferred mode of learning is through experiment, physical classes, fieldwork, observation, etc. Thank you.
Great. So good to know that, the students are also participating in this, although all of us are students, but great to have you here.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hello everyone, I am Sakshi, and Shivani and me are the classmates, and I'm from India. I'm also BSc psychology student, and my interest is also because of our subject, positive psychology, and now we are pursuing like health psychology. So that's why we like interested in focusing on like this. Sorry, there is some network issue. So well-being and positivity. Thank you.
Okay, great. Anyone
Hello.
else?
Hi, can I go next?
Sure, please.
Hi, nice to meet you all. I'm Ana Lopez. I am from Puerto Rico. My background is natural science, and I just completed professional coaching certification from the University of Puerto Rico. So I'm eager to start applying everything I learned on this certification. I think I am best at commitment and friendship, as building strong relationship. I think I'm very good at that. I've been married for 22 years. So I think commitment is the best I do. My best mode of learning is when I feel and when I find in myself what I'm hearing or reading, and I connect that with myself. I think it's the best way I learn.
Great. Good to have you, Anna, with us. And good to
Thank
know
you.
that you are about to start your own practice. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Do we have someone else as well? And maybe then Dr. Chadda, if you may like to say a few words on, especially your observation on the best mode of learning, what you have been listening so far.
Hi, sir. Could I go now?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, hi. I'm Dr. Anjali Gera. I'm a practicing pediatrician. I've been in private practice for 23 years. And although counseling and coaching are part of our profession, but I've always been intrigued by the psychological aspects of patient handling. And with increasing cases these days of children and adolescents with anxiety and all, so I was really intrigued with this course. That is why I decided to join. I'm a very perceptive and empathetic person, and I love to learn by auditory and experiential learning. So that is what I want to tell you.
Wonderful. So we have a very diverse mix out here in this cohort, and that's what would make it even more interesting. So the unity of purpose and diversity would be great as you go forward. Anyone else who would like to say, who hasn't spoken so far? Okay, Dr. Chadha, would you like to give some
Yes.
comments?
Yes. Good day to all the participants, because I know the participants are not from one part of the globe, they are spread across the globe, from different countries, not confining. So instead of saying good morning, good evening, good noon, I thought it's better to say good day to all of you. I was just listening, today it was very difficult for me to spare time, but then still I want to be with you people. Yesterday I did talk to you, given a session, and some of you must be knowing me by this time. And I'm really pleased to see that's not coming from your communication, but coming to your body language. When I was watching your body language, that gives me an indication to, as a psychologist. Some my colleague psychologists will agree with me. There is a dying desire among the participants to go with the journey with us in the process. And Shivani just referred, this is my first class. So I want to remind to all the participants, including Shivani also, please let's come out from the class. This is not a class. This is not a webinar. This is an interactive session. So our section will be interactive in nature, so that you can have what many of the speaker also said, like Parmila ji said, Harpreet said, that our project experiential. So we want to give you practically experiential learning. And if you recollect yesterday also, I did some activity, it was not a one-way flow. And because we are not handling counseling, basically it's a coaching, your wellness coaching. Coaching, as I said yesterday also, again I'm repeating it in front of you, it's a proactive approach. When we call counseling, it's a reactive approach. Some problem comes, then you handle it. But we want to help you to work with the healthy people, and our journey will be experiential based, large experiential based, some assessment activity, where it's not you are learning from us only. We will be also learning from you. Some of the information which you have rich, and as I said yesterday, again I'm repeating today, that I would like to say you're fortunate. Why you're fortunate? Because you're the member of the first cohort. You are the leader. You are our spokesperson. And the journey which we thought we initiated at Belém, we worked for last 1 year, but extensively on this at Belém, and then came with some module. And we hope you will go with us, and in future we can see you as a wellness certified coaches doing practice across in your, not only in your region, you also have your practice going across the globe. That's our intention. Again, assessment based, experiential based, hands-on learning will be our approach, and that is the way we will be imparting our whatever things. So it's good I could attend today's session also. So I know the diverse kind of participants are there. It's not participants coming only from psychology background, they're coming from the other health areas also. So that will help me as well as to my speakers to reorganize their session in such a way, interactive session in such a way that we can address to the need of each one of you in the process. Good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Chadha. So let me share the presentation again, and I would say that this session was really very important, and knowing each other is really very important for going forward, and we will see that we get more interaction as we move on. So now we move to another discussion around the expectations. And this is the right time where we set our expectations, that what do we expect in coming weeks. And it's better to align with that so that, we understand that what do you want from the program, your expectation from the faculty. And of course, in your terms, that what can faculty expect from the participants. So what I'll do is that on these three areas of expectations, let us have very frank discussions. And like I had requested yesterday, that if you think it through and if you have certain pointers ready, I will keep on jotting them down, those pointers on this screen in front of you. And so please feel free to say what you have in mind. So let us start with the expectations from this program. What do you really expect as a takeaway from this program for yourself? And I will keep on jotting those pointers down. So someone has to break the ice. So who's the first mover?
Well, for the program expectations, I want to have new tools and new knowledge. So it's like to broaden a little bit more of what I already know, or to have new tools.
So when you're saying new tools, can you elaborate a little bit?
Maybe new kind of assessments that I didn't know. Maybe new ways to work with actual problems. Maybe, I don't know, it's like, maybe how to acquire like more, that's the word, like acquire more tools that I can help people. Because the thing is, like, you coming from India and I'm in the States, so maybe you have tools that I don't have here, and vice versa. Maybe I have tools that you don't have there. So we can share all the knowledge we have in this group together.
You are saying for the assessment tools, am I right?
What was that? I didn't understand you.
You said tools, tools means what? Psychological
Like,
assessment?
Maybe assessment, maybe wellness assessment that I don't know about their existence. Maybe I don't know, energy tools that I don't we don't know, maybe in this part of the world. So I would love to exchange knowledge.
Yes, got it pretty clear. Yes, perfect. Excellent. What else?
This is Margarita.
Yeah.
I am currently volunteering for a program that it's a health program which pays for clients to have an office visit with blood pressure screening, diabetes screening, glucose, pap smear, mammogram, height, weight, BMI, that sort of thing. And once their office visit is done and we've received all the results, then what I do is contact the client and do health coaching on elevated blood pressures, elevated glucose, elevated BMI, and the patient will put down things that they're interested in doing, whether they're interested in an exercise program or a nutrition program, or how to better manage their blood pressure. Then I contact them and do health coaching over a period of 3 months. However, this program didn't actually give you any information specifically for health coaching. So I thought this program that Ramon talked to me about would be something that I could use to help them.
Great. So what I understand from you is that the coaching on the lifestyle disorders or the
Yeah.
so which are like metabolic disorders. So
Well, they have issues with weight or blood pressure or glucose results or cholesterol. And then we actually contact them every 2 weeks and talk to them either about how they can manage those.
right. And you said thyroid. Got it. Okay.
Okay, channeling here.
Yes, please.
Okay, yesterday, I think Dr. Shada said in the presentation that many people minimize the importance of how unhealthy behaviors impact them and the life of others. And maybe in the program, I think they will help that emphasize in how to help this person or this group of people that minimize that importance of unhealthy behaviors in their life and the others.
Yes. So sustain healthy behaviors.
Thank you.
Yeah. What else?
Can I just have one main expectation other than the usual. Yesterday, Dr. Chatta talked about positive stress. So I'd like to know the fine line between totally stressing out and positive stress.
Can you speak again? Your voice is cracking.
I'd like to know about the fine line between positive stress and being totally stressed out. How do we differentiate that and put that for? Hello? Hello?
Gargi, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Rakesh, can you hear me?
I think there might be some network issue on his end.
Right, okay, so.
Just 1 second. So RS is experiencing some network issues and he should be able to join us back in another minute or two.
Sorry, I think there was some issue with my internet. So I heard you saying something, Gargi.
Yes, going back to the conversation, Dr. Chaddha was explaining to us about positive stress, that without positive stress, we do not experience growth and development for the self.
Yeah.
I'd like to know more about that because I found that extremely interesting, and explaining that to a client, I think is right now I'm finding it very tricky, but as I go through the program, I'm sure I will. Also, the laws of nature, the correlation of everything around us, how they work with the body is what I'm particularly interested in. Yeah. And sustained plans for clients, because often clients seem to lose interest and then go back to doing their own thing. So I think a very important aspect of coaching is to keep the client engaged in a healthy way so that he experiences the complete benefits of his plan or session.
Okay. What else? Great points.
I'd also okay, please go on.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to say building healthy habits, because building and sustaining, because I feel like a lot of people, while are able to start healthy habits, sustaining them becomes difficult. So I would definitely like to develop that as a skill. Yes.
I think it would be helpful to kind of learn, since we are going to be giving like these services and helping others, on how to decompress ourselves with doing all these things too, because it could probably become overwhelming at a point. So gaining those tools as well, I think would be helpful.
So say again.
Just gaining tools to be able to help ourselves as professionals as well.
Right. Tools to help coaches as such.
Like to decompress and just apply those tools to ourselves as well, to be able to give to others.
To make us moving.
Yeah.
Right, to make us moving, basically.
Decompress or de-stress, maybe is a better word. At times, the person treating the anxiety may herself or himself get stressed. Okay, great.
Hi, I would like to add something. I would love to learn how to go from a type A behavior person to a type B behavior person.
Good.
Okay, how to handle type A person, right? Yeah, very, very interesting.
Yes, and how to go if you are a type A behavior person. What should you do to become a type B behavior person?
I personally will not recommend to go from type A to type B.
Okay.
There's a scientific evidence behind it, which I did talk yesterday. Type A behavior is a stress-prone behavior, I said. But the most successful people who go up the ladder in their career are type A people. Provided they learn how to cope with stress. You ask how to handle what should be coping mechanism for the type A people. That I accepted, but will not recommend anyone to change from type A to type B. Even the other way around, from type B to type A.
Or how to better handle the stress.
Okay.
Take it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
That also will help us understanding the eustress, the positive stress. There are three compartments: eustress, stress, and distress. A very thin line of demarcation from eustress, positive stress to stress, and then from stress to distress, where the performance start declining.
So what we'll do is we are capturing these points, and during the program, we'll ensure that these questions are answered well. Right. What else? We have another sheet as well, I can type in the next one in case required. But what we can also do is that we can shift to the faculty side, and in case some more points come under the program expectations, we get back into this box again. This would be immensely beneficial to the entire cohort, once we have these expectations in front of our eyes, and this will become our guiding force then as well.
I think, Rakesh, let's keep this window open, not only today. Today, you're right.
Yeah. We are not closing it.
Open window So in the future also, after few days, after 1 week, if you want to add anything under program faculty or participant, the expectation of the faculty, we can add over there.
Yes, Dr. Chadda, you are absolutely right. We'll keep it open. And also after every session, we're also taking the feedback in which they can give more suggestions on that.
Yeah.
But I think having an inventory right now, would be a good start. It'll keep us thinking in that direction and good. So should we talk about the expectations from the faculty? Any specific expectations which you may have? It'll help us.
I would really love to learn from their experiences since they're so experienced and they've had so many years that they've put in both academically and from the research side and practicing. I would really love to learn from their experiences because it like I said, I've worked for 22 years now, but I want to understand more about what has helped them go further.
I think very interesting point. Sure.
And just to add one more point, so how to in the program side, when we were talking about how to manage different personalities or basically I felt it was more from the self-care aspect. How would I want to take care of myself before I take care of some other people? And to break that down, I would probably want to break it down into how I would take care of myself physically, emotionally, socially, spiritually.
Yeah.
Maybe those different aspects, if it could be broken down and we could discuss and work on those.
Absolutely. Emotionally. Right. Great point. Okay. So what you're saying is the experiential learning, coming from the faculty side. Anything else?
Rakesh, can I also add something? Just to add on to what Sarmeet was saying, along with this experiential learning that the faculty can, share or give us, what are those few must-dos for us also to keep ourselves healthy and, psychologically as well as physically? If we could also kind of make it a practice, because this is a 60-hour session program, right? Like, I'm sure all of us, it would not be that easy for
Sorry?
Can't hear, no.
Yeah, I think you got muted probably.
Chandni, we can't hear you. I think she may be facing some network issue because she's not on mute.
In the meanwhile, someone...
Hello?
Yes, please. Now we can hear you.
Yeah. So one or two must-dos that need to be inculcated in us. So if they could also make us do that during this program, then I feel it can then set in as in practice for us going forward.
Do's and not do's.
Right. Right, Dr. Chadda. Do's and don'ts, in fact. Right.
Good point.
Do's and don'ts. Okay. Yes, please.
Hi, sir.
Someone saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to say that I would like to learn from the faculty, as we heard in yesterday's interactive session, how we can lead by example actually when we are coaching, because we are really new to this. We have our own way of doing it, but we don't know whether it is the right way. So how, if we could learn from the faculty how to do it, how to lead by example.
Right.
And even I would like to say that once, even when the course is over, maybe if we could have some hand holding, because we might face more difficulties at that time.
That will remain. Our contract will not be only for 4 months with you people. I told yesterday also. There is another thing known as psychological contract that will continue for ages. Or for me, I know till I live on this earth, it will stay with you people.
Thank you,
That
sir.
I can assure you.
Great. I think this is a very important point, on the hand holding post the program.
That will stay. That stay.
And we will devise some efficient system by virtue of which need of one person can also benefit all others as well. Because some people might have discovered that need, some people it might be still lying under, but we'll create a mechanism like that, which benefits the whole cohort as such. In fact, I can write it down itself.
I'm sorry, I think I missed a little bit of it, but from what I understand of what you're writing, so when I started my practice very initially, I was working under a very leading psychiatrist of Delhi. He had in those days had started a certificate program in counseling, and what he used, and I was a second batch with them. So what he used to do was used to make us do group sessions. And group sessions, by group sessions, I mean, as counselors who were practicing and who were in that program, we had to come back at a specific time in a week. And once a week, we used to meet up and used to discuss our cases and how those cases were affecting us personally, or how we needed help in different areas. I have not found that support again over so many years. I have tried to give that support to many of my colleagues and many of my, the people who I've worked with. So I worked with NCRT. I used to, so I helped their, the upcoming psychologists. Now, currently, I help a lot of, colleagues of mine with the cases that they're doing and how to go about it. So my suggestion would be, as a group, if we can meet up at least once a week to discuss the cases that we've had, how we are feeling stuck, how it is, what is the best way forward, any suggestions that somebody can help us with, anything on those lines. So if we can have a support group for us, all those people who are in the program, I'm just wondering how the faculty can help us there, because they are the mentors, and as participants we can just be each other's support.
I think very well said, and I think this is a very important point, and we'll find a solution to that.
What she's asking, she basically asking group case discussion, which is one of the parameters used in the counseling, where actual cases are taken, and the group participant among themselves, they form the group and discuss over here, and then intervention done by a faculty and a faculty mentor. What she
Yes,
asked.
I believe that's a very important part abroad, where they learn when they're doing clinical counseling. I believe that it's a very important part of their the way they study and how they learn. But in India, it's not something that is practiced very much.
Sorry to say, it's not a clinical psychology program. Basically, it's a positive psychology,
Sorry?
wellness psychology, program. Okay.
Yeah, but
clinical have that connotation of starting with the problem with some kind of disease, illness. That's not the objective. Anyway, we'll discuss all these things. I did refer yesterday also.
Sure.
Okay. Any other points?
Can I say as a participant, not as a faculty, my expectation from the faculty? If I'm a participant of a program, then my expectation from the faculty will be, I should be allowed to interact directly to any of the faculty as and when I need. Say, for example, as a participant, I would like to reach to Parmila ji. Can I reach to Parmila ji? Will that permission be granted by Vellum? My query I can put in my, as a participant, I can put my query on a WhatsApp group also. But my experience working with many of these programs, across where, I'm also involved in a couple of other programs also. What we have seen, if the group of WhatsApp group of 20 participants, one participant puts some question, then you find there are 6-7 participants immediately we write within no time. Oh, even that's my concern also. That's my concern also. Okay. Then instead of that, let them come with a concern rather than copying somebody else's concern. That will give them more flexibility to think.
Okay. Anything else you have in mind?
A two-way interaction, just like the one we're having now. So similar to that.
Right.
Interaction with the faculty.
No, not like, for example, I'm not interested in that. Say, for example, I'm talking as a participant, not as a faculty. I'm not interested. I want to contact her. I'm doing something. I'm reading some material, and I have some question. Can I write her? Can I contact her to ask that question or not? Instead of asking during the session. Not everyone will ask the, I know, no, you will agree, not every participant will ask the question during the session. Some will rethink over it, read the material back, and then the question will come to their mind. Or they're handling some client, and then some issue came to their mind, and they find that she or he, the RS, is the right person to answer it. So giving freedom to the participant to contact whomsoever he or she wants to contact.
Right. Since we are now, we have only 35 minutes left. What I'll do is in the third section, which is the faculty's expectations from the participants. In fact, I've conferred with the faculty members and there are 7-8 pointers. So I'll not write it here, but I'll just read out and we'll put them here and, we'll circulate this, we'll make it look better. And if you have any further ideas, please keep populating them. We keep it as a live document, and also you can give your suggestions, ideas, in the feedback format, what you will be getting to the Google Sheets. So the expectation from the participants, what we have written down is, number one, is attend as many sessions as possible on the live basis, rather than going for the recorded sessions. So it'll be of great benefit. Second, of course, punctuality.
As a faculty, I don't agree with this question, this expectation. As many as not making a sense for me as a participant.
So what does make sense to you?
Sense will be, you tell me 70%, 80%, 55%, whatever, you fix that number for me.
So that number is already fixed. It is there in that curriculum. When people go through it, it is there, given 75%. But
so
what I'm saying is,
for example, when I'm a faculty, my expectation from my participant that I love the attend 100%, if not, I can understand the circumstances, but then at least 75%, not less than 75%.
So Dr. Chadda, that is already there in the document. What I'm saying is that even beyond 75%, it will be good if you attend a live session. Then moving on, be sincere on the assignments, which will be coming your way. Most importantly, bring your perspective, which is so important. So we need to put that forward, because your individual perspective can really be beneficial for the entire cohort. Then, a healthy debate on your point of view. We need to, a healthy confrontation is always good. Express your needs and demand, whatever you feel. If you see something which is missing, please express that. Feedback, consistent and honest, whatever you feel, because the feedback is one thing which will make the program better on a continual basis. Also very important is network with the co-participants and the faculty. We have already formed the group, but we'll see as we go by, we'll also be creating a community. You will get to know about it later on in the program. And decide your takeaways in advance and be focused to ensure that you get that, and be demanding. So these are 7-8 points which are listed here. So we'll put them all out here, and then you are most welcome to populate them further. So if I move forward to the next few slides, and after that I'll request Leher to take us through with the platform as such, so that you have a tour of the platform and you understand. And if there are any questions, Leher will answer it then and there.
Yes, sounds good.
Yeah. So this is a small pit stop. If you want to say, any comments, anything, which you feel has been missed out on the expectation side, please go ahead and voice that. So are we good to go? Great. So this is, you would have seen that we are saying bring the X factor to your practice. And it's a very important piece. And I would request this as a crisp, short assignment to all of you who are already in practice or handling your clients, or those who plan to get into a practice. It could be well-being practice. It could be, because we have different kind of caregivers sitting around here. We have pediatrics, we have psychologists, we have some students. And I'm sure some of the students are also dreaming that we want to set up a practice of our own, once we move on. So what is it that you face as of now, or you perceive to face the challenges in your practice? And Leher will tell that where you can put it. So it's a short, crisp assignment. What we'll do is at our end, we will collate it together. And when we come on the entrepreneurship session, that would be a very good raw material for us to start from, when we talk about the entrepreneurship. I hope I'm clear. The assignment is that if you can write down as bullet points that what are the key challenges that you face in your practice, in your consulting practice, or those who are not, who plan to do that, what do you perceive that what could be the challenges which are stopping you from getting in there? So I move on from here. Now, what is the crux of this program is that Dr. Chadda spoke about the behavioral side. He also spoke about coaching and counseling side. And here, the third piece, what we're talking about is how to amalgamate the natural laws of wellness into your practice, whatever aspect of your practice is, in whichever domain. And by amalgamating these natural laws of wellness, we would like to give you an insight that your practice would be much more valued, can deliver much more to your clients. Why? Because it will be more sustainable. And of course, along with these natural laws of wellness comes a point where you know how to ritualize them. So we'll be talking about the wellness rituals. And of course, in the other sessions, we're talking about behavior and how to handle that behavior, manage that behavior, that it's sustainable. So all these things, these dots are getting connected. And once we connect the dot of a good quality coaching, strong formula on the behavioral change side, and bringing nature into your practice, in your SOPs, whatever you're doing, and in integrating nature on the side. So the end result of that could be the joy and growth of the clients, because they get sustainable well-being. And that is the purpose, mission, what we are creating this program for. And for this, we'll have Ramon, who will be talking about the nature, the science of nature. And I would be talking under the same umbrella. I'll be talking about the assessment tools what we have. So nature at times is a very subjective thing. It's a very hazy stuff. But we would be putting certain tools in place which would be available to you, whereby you can make a good assessment about your clients, about their well-being, where they stand today, and where you want to take them to. So under this, we'll also be talking about the assessments and about the rituals aspect of putting these in place. So these are some of the assessments we are talking about. One assessment is that how well you are taking care of yourself. So this is based on the laws of wellness, and essentially it is emerging from that our body is super intelligent, provided we give it the right environment. And we believe on the basis of research that there are 9 elements of the nature. If we integrate them, the synergy is very, very giving. So we'll be able to assess your clients, you'll be able to assess your clients, that how are they creating the environment for themselves, where they're lacking, and how can they move forward, by making certain subtle changes. Then we have the Joy Care, which is a very unique psychometric test, which is directly linked to the well-being of the people. We'll be talking about that in detail. We'll also be talking about the Fit Care, which is the physical side. So self-care, Joy Care, and Fit Care are digital assessments, which are not geography-based, whereas the Vital Care and Hemo Care are, kind of non-invasive assessments which require a physical presence. So we will be talking about this in detail. Ramon will be talking about the microscopic analysis of the blood, and some of you might already be familiar with that. So we'll discuss these aspects, in the session in the coming weeks. Also on the entrepreneur side, we'll be calling some specialists in certain areas as guests, faculty, on how to, and of course we would be co-creating it. So me and the guest faculty would be there. The getting started, our business, the art of engagement, use of the social media, your digital office. I'll give you a short glimpse of that. And of course, building and supporting your client community. So these are certain things, you can expect that they are going to come to you in coming weeks. So this is an app, which you all would be getting. So this is an app. Essentially, you can get your counseling practice in your hand. And all your data, or your client data can be there with you, and the quality of coaching can be much more powerful. At the same time, you may be anywhere, but you'll have all the relevant stuff about your clients with you all the time. So this can become your personal page, what you see here. So it's your office. You will be able to look at your entire client base. You can track their mood. You can track their physical activities. You can engage with your clients, in the community, and all this is ring fenced to your practice. And you can set your appointments, etc., etc. All can happen on this community app. What we have, and we'll talk about this more in detail. So, in a nutshell, end of the program. So, starting from the end in mind. Number one, integration of nature in your practice, which could be the Zing factor, a very important factor. Coaching skills. So this is kind of a master class on the coaching skills to sustain behavioral change amongst your clients. Step-by-step guide to scale up your practice, which is coming from the entrepreneurship side. Easy access to the relevant digital assessments. I think this point was also raised in the beginning when we were talking about the expectations. Get your own mobile office along with the community of your own clients. At the same time, you can also peep into the community of others, where you can help them. So it will be a very giving process, once we create that. And for the people in US, we have already agreed between me and Raman that we'll be creating a community of Lifeline Wellness Institute people. Whosoever have gone through the program, they can get into this community and get continuous encouragement to keep themselves healthy and fit. So this is a kind of certificate that all of you get. So of course, Dr. Chadda is the chairperson of the Vellum Academy. I'm there and Raman. So this is a joint program between Vellum and Lifeline. That's how we have designed it. We are bringing a lot of stuff on the emotional side, psychology side, and Raman is bringing a lot of stuff on the nature, the science of nature. I'll be bringing a lot of stuff on the entrepreneurship side. And I think you people bring the most, because that's where the experience comes in. And that's where, things get impacted and the reach out takes place between the ideas, from ideas to people. So this is it. And this picture sounds very interesting to me. I love seeing this guy working remotely from somewhere in Hawaii or wherever, I don't know, or maybe Puerto Rico side, and still helping people to live healthy and well. With this, if there are any questions, I'll stop sharing the screen. If there are any questions, you're most welcome. Otherwise, maybe I take a 20-second stop here. Wait in case any one of you want to ask any question. Okay.
This is Margarita. I thought we were going to have an overview of the platform today.
Yes. So now we are already at that stage, and I was to request Leher to take us through with the platform now.
Okay, thanks, Aras.
Yeah.
So I'll just be sharing my screen. So I think everyone has already received an email from Vellum, wherein they have been able to create their account. So what we do is, and I think some of us are facing some issues accessing the session. So I'll just share my screen. So as you can see, so I've put in the link of wellnesscourses.nourish.com. So whenever I have to get on the platform, I type in this. I'll be sharing the link on the group also and email also, just in case someone needs it. And then what you do is you log in, you type in your email ID and the password that you have set when the first mail was sent to you. Right? So whenever I log in, I see this screen. And in case you're not being able to log in, you can type in forget password and you should get a refresher email and you can set your password again. Right? So here, as you can see, I can view the upcoming live sessions. This is the one that we have joined right now. And this is where I can view the content of mine, right? Yeah. Okay. So I press continue. So here I can see sort of an overview of the course, the structure. So first we have the curriculum, the course schedule that I think everyone has been able to access. So if I click on curriculum, then it will show me the course curriculum and I can go through it. And then if I want to see the next thing that's there, then this is the course schedule. And if I want to navigate through the course, say for instance, I want to see section 2 and I want to sort of see the live session recording of yesterday, which is here, human behavior, health and wellness coaching and counseling live session recording, right? So I just click on this and the video starts playing. So this is sort of where we started yesterday. So it's taking a minute to load because I have some network issue, but I think everyone can see it, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if I want to navigate through the platform a little more, so as you can see, section 3, there's a lock, right? So we will keep you posted on the content as and when it is released from the faculty. And I think previously everyone has been able to receive an email that says new content unlocked, right? If I'm not wrong. Yes, no, anything?
Maybe you can put your yeses on the chat box, but this is an important question.
Yes. So yeah. And of course, so there's also reading material that is uploaded here. So when I click on the reading material, it says download material. So this is a downloadable file. So these are some of the reading materials that Dr. Chadda has shared with us and would like us to view. And yeah, so so they won't show up on the screen, but I'll have to download them. Whenever I download them, they're visible. Can you all see this chapter, which is open from the download? I am hoping.
Yes, we can see that later.
Yes, great, perfect. So yeah, that's just a little bit about the platform. So you guys already have a course schedule with you and the sessions are organized as per the schedule. And we can always go back to section 1 course information and look at the schedule whenever required. And that's it. So you get everything that you need on this one platform. And if you guys have any questions, I think everyone already has my number. So please feel free to reach out to me and I'd be more than happy to help. Unless there are any more, are there any questions for me so far about the platform?
So Leher, for example, yesterday's session, is it already there?
Yes.
On the platform? Okay.
Yes. So if you see section 2 overview, here it says human behavior, health and wellness plus wellness coaching, live session recording. Can you see this on the left?
Yes.
Is this, yeah. So when I press this, it takes me to the recording of yesterday. So anyone can, whoever has registered with us can view this recording. I hope everyone's able to see it.
Yes.
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 So the reading material. Sorry,
about
please
our
go on.
assignments? What about our assignments?
Right. So the assignments will also be put up on the platform. So here, when you see this section, there will be an assignment which will be added here. So like you can see the reading material, the video, the upcoming sessions. So you can view the assignment here. So here I'll be uploading the assignment that is shared by Dr. Chadda yesterday and RS. And tomorrow morning, everyone should be able to access both the assignments. Yes. So they'll be available right here. it will say assessment in this area. So everything that you need is on the platform.
So Leher, for example, today we discussed that expectations.
Right.
So can we put that slide and people can enter into that if they want to?
So entering into that might not be possible. We can sort of create an assessment where we sort of keep it open-ended, and we can have an option of what are your expectations from, put up 3 questions and people can respond to them. And we can, put them in the slide later. So that can definitely be done. Right. Any other questions from the group so far? Do I see something in the chat? Is there any other reading material? So all the reading material, including books, will be uploaded on the platform itself. And if you're looking for more material, we can definitely give references from the faculty in case required. Margarita, does that answer your question? Okay, any other questions so far?
Maybe Leher, if we can stop sharing and have face-to-face discussions, so that and maybe for 10 minutes if we can get back. Sure. On our cameras. So if there are any questions, let us discuss that.
Okay, sounds good.
And good that Dr. Chadda is also there, so last moment, any questions, we can handle that. So Leher, is everyone supposed to join through the platform, or would you keep a practice of sending the link as well before the live session?
Right. Ideally, we should be joining from the platform itself. In case someone's not able to, I'll be more than happy to share the link, definitely. So as a backup, the link is there.
My request is if you can send the link to them also.
I'll send the link in the participant group.
Sometimes they can add that. Your link will also a kind of reminder to them the session you will be on this date and this time.
Okay, that sounds good. We can definitely do that. Not an issue. I think everyone received the link on WhatsApp today as well, right? Okay, great.
Okay.
And also the email for the session unlock. We did get that yesterday. Yeah, thank you.
Leher, if you can also explain a bit about the live sessions versus the practical side. We are saying it is like 50-50 sessions and 50% is on practical side. So if you can just give a general view on that as well, would be good.
I feel like Dr. Chadda might be a better person to answer that question.
Okay. Yeah, Dr. Chadda.
Actually, our 60-hour program is divided into 2 parts. 25 hours are for the theory and 35 hours are for the practicals. These practicals are inbuilt by the faculty in their sessions. Okay, it's not a separate faculty. They, in some session, they are not taking 2-hour session. They are taking half an hour session and then maybe giving 1 hour a practical hand-on to you, and then make the interpretation over there. And that your practical intervention during the session will be taken as practical experiential experience. And like, for example, just I gave a small assessment. Okay, type A, type B assessment. That way practical basis will be given just to diagnose yourself. And then built on that. And you would also be evaluated by the faculty have different nomenclature of evaluation that's given in the program. Program we have specified what will the way of through which we are going to evaluate the participant for certification. So that is built per plus we are also thinking, as I told earlier also, in yesterday's session that we are planning to invite some other expert, apart from the faculty, some other experts also to have a panel discussion where issue will be raised by us and taken from you people, from the participant, and the panelists will be giving their remarks, their experience, sharing in that session. So this is the way the practical. It's not like a master class or undergraduate classes practicals. Practicals are inbuilt over there in the live session itself. Make sense?
Yeah, perfect.
Like for example, I know one of the sessions which I will be taking about the essentials of a great coach, wellness coach. After the session, I will be giving you assignment. Assignment will be each one of you will conduct a coaching session with a client. You pick any clients, at your end, conduct the session, record the session, submit the session to us. Okay, it's a live recording of the session. So then we will see that what are the essentials we have discussed about, what are the things which we have talked about, whether that has been incorporated in your session or not. If not, we will point out, we will send you back. It needs revision in the light of blah, blah, blah things. Okay?
Yeah. Incidentally, I may add here that each one of you would also get an onboarding link from us where you can take your own assessment in terms of your self-care, your joy care, and your fit care. Now, in these assessments, your individual data is under the Data Privacy Act, so only you would know about that. But we can get the cohort average dashboard, that how does it look like? And what we'll do is that after the program is over, we'll do another assessment and see that is there any change in the overall wellness index of the cohort at the beginning and at the end of the program. So and that would be like about 30 minutes or so you will take to have that assessment. So that also comes as a part of the practical side of it. And once you go through it, you will understand that how can it be utilized for your own clients, once you set up or you want to assess your people out there.
Basically, it's a longitudinal assessment over a period of 4 months, starting in the initially at the end again, to find a change has occurred or not. If occurred, then what efforts to be done? If not occurred, change has not taken place, then what need to be done in that case? Further doing.
So we have a question in the group.
Yes,
Charvi?
I have a question.
Oh, okay, Margarita, go ahead.
I was questioning the coaching session with a client. So my clients are Spanish speaking. So the recordings would be in Spanish. Would that work?
That will be a little difficult for us to make good comments to you, but
Dr. Chadha,
yeah,
Dr. Chadha, we can take help of Raman in that case.
Yeah, but it's a Spanish. Tomorrow somebody will come with the Arabic language, some other Persian language. So our mode of conduction of the program is in English language. So as much as possible, we might be asking you, Margaret, in that case, if it's in Spanish, we might be asking you if you can translate some component of the dialogue between you and your client.
Okay, I could probably do that.
Yeah, we can ask in that case. If the need will be, then we will approach back to you.
Okay.
Purpose is not to submit only the live recording, but purpose is to learn from that whether the things which we have discussed has been implemented or not, because ultimately you are going to practice on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. As we have, in the introduction side, understood that a couple of participants are still university students and somebody like me who's not coming from a pure counseling or clinical side, having clients might be not the case for us. So as Dr. Chandra mentioned, there could be like a submission of a session. How do we go about that on that front?
We have framed the program in such a fashion where we can also accommodate non-psychology people also. Main ingredients we are going to share with you. Otherwise, it's a very depth. It's a 2-3 year program. We are just condensing that portion, which can make you a fit wellness coach.
Correct.
In the process, you will learn with us those things, and maybe in some of your cases, I can understand that some are graduates who just done the graduation, joined the program. Little more faculty will have to put a little more efforts in that, and you need to connect with the faculty at one-to-one level in that case.
Oh,
that was my issue. When I said expectations, I said that's expectation. As a participant, I said my expectation, I would like to connect with faculty A more than the B. It's not that I don't like B, I like B also, but with A, there is little more clarification required. So my focus will go in that direction. Okay, it's clear? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Any last minute questions or comments?
So just before we end, I'd like to say that we have a feedback form for yesterday and today's event, and I'll be sharing it on the chat as well as the WhatsApp group, and it'll be really great if all of us could share our feedback for the 2 sessions so we can incorporate them for our further sessions, and they're anonymous. So yes, thank you.
Yes, that will be great, and it'll keep the spirit on, keep us on the toes, keep on improvising. And Leher, now the next session is already published, but still, if you can tell, this is on next Saturday.
Yes, it's on the coming Saturday.
Leher, one submission to you on behalf of the participant. As you are going to put my assignment today on the platform for them, and I have kept the date 12th June as the last day for submission. Kindly change the date to 15th June because that was yesterday. So give them little more. So we are fixing some date also, but don't be under stress. Try to do that because it's always better. My experience, if I leave things undated, then it never gets completed. Let me tell you a very interesting thing about my own personality. If someone want to give me a book, or I take a book from someone and ask how long I can retain the book. He said, you can retain it, and whenever you read, you give it back. Then I don't take the book from that person. I say, you hold the book with you. When you can spare the book only for 2 or 3 days only, then give the book to me. So the same thing I do with my student also. It's my personal, I'm not going to consult the book for a material for a longer time, but still I will tell students, I am sharing this material to you for another 2 days. After that, please return me back. I have to give to somebody else on my commitment. I find personally that kind of pressure really work. But don't be under stress, We are quite flexible in that.
Right.
Okay, Leher, please.
Sir, I would like to ask one thing. Since I'm not from psychology background, could you help me during the week, except reading whatever material is coming? How can we best, so that we make the best out of the program? What should we do during the week?
The material which during the week, the reading material, I think you must read it not once, maybe 2 or 3 times. Read it. First, you read it casual, just reading. Then start concentrating on the components of the reading material. And wherever the question, you have a question, you can raise the question to the webinar. When we have live webinar, you raise each question to us. Okay. Not much material. We are just giving a very short, crisp to the point material. Otherwise, there are books and books we can refer on that. That's not the intention. It's not an academic certification you are getting a practicing certificate largely. Okay.
Okay, then. Thank you very much. Thank you all. And really looking forward to see you on the coming Saturday. Have a good evening and a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chadha. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.